Worm, you suck.
What's up everybody, Worm Diet Editing here, back with another video, and in this video I'm basically going to be explaining how you can do the rainbow static effect in After Effects. This effect was kind of created by a director and editor named .com NIRVAN in the video What's Up by Candy Paint. If you haven't seen the video, it's super cool, and if you haven't seen .com NIRVAN's videos, he's a super good editor, super good director, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to be doing this in After Effects, and I'm going to show you a clip from the music video. I didn't make this video, .com NIRVAN did, but I'm going to show you just a clip from it to basically show you an example of what we're going to be doing in this video. So here it is. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. I'm just going to film myself on the wall over there, and that's what I'm going to be editing with. I'm going to be using a clip of myself. So yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, once you have your video in your timeline in After Effects, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and click Ctrl D to duplicate and double click. Then go over to your rotoscoping tool and just go ahead and rotoscope your character. If you don't know what rotoscoping is, it's pretty much just like super fast masking with better precision. And for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and click the time or the space bar to kind of let it play out. But if you weren't in a time rush like I am today, I would go over here to preview and kind of click frame by frame to go through to kind of get the perfect precision and kind of be able to make adjustments. Because my character, or me in this video, I have a lot of crazy hair. I have a lot of different like textures in my hair. So as you can see, the line right here isn't really perfectly tracked to my hair. So what I would recommend doing is I would recommend either wearing a hat on your character or don't have a lot of hair with crazy textures, because it will look a lot better in the final result if your hair is more like flat, if that makes sense. But if not, then you can just always take the time to really do the best precision you can to get the best result. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for this to play out and catch me when it's done. Alright, so the video just finished. Now I'm just letting the video freeze. If you don't freeze your rotoscope will kind of just go all over the place in the final export, and it will just look really crazy and not good at all. So just make sure you always freeze it just by going over here and clicking freeze. And yeah. Alright everybody, so our freeze just finished. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go back to the composition. And now we can go ahead and turn off this eye for the lower video so we can kind of see what we got here. It's not the best rotoscope ever, but it's not the worst I've seen. So what we're going to do is we're kind of just going to put a little bit of a feather on here. Maybe about 11.5 will be good. And then we'll turn on edge colors and turn this up a little bit. As you can see what I was talking about, my hair isn't really the best right here. So if you had like hair that was more flat, it would look a lot better. But yeah, my hair's always crazy all the time. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Effects and type in Colorama. Go ahead and drag Colorama on top of the rotoscoped video. And already you can tell this already looks super sick. But if you want it to look even more sick, go over here to Colorama, click on Output Cycle, and turn on, at the very beginning of your video, turn on this little timeline. And you can always tweak with these colors before you turn on the timeline. You can tweak with like the red and adjust each color to your liking. But for me, I usually just like to keep them all at the default settings. And what you want to do is you want to turn on this timeline and kind of go through the video, maybe to like the middle part, maybe to like 2 seconds in, and turn this up to like that. Super trippy looking effect. Then go another 2 seconds, turn it back down. And then go another to the end, turn it back up. It honestly doesn't matter how much you turn it up. The more you turn it up, the more like saturated and more intense it will look. But once it's done, it will kind of just look like this. And that's pretty much it. That's like pretty much how you do the effect. I mean, you can always add more stuff to it. Say you want it to like look more blocky like it did at the beginning. You can type in a block load, put the block load on there, turn this up a little bit. Maybe turn this up to like that. Turn both of these time clocks on, and once it starts playing out, you can kind of just turn this back up to full res 100. So we'll kind of go from blocky to normal. Let's see what that looks like. That's pretty trippy. And if you wanted it to be like where it's blurry on both sides, that effect is called CC, it's right here, it pops up CC Radical Blur. You can put that on your video and it kind of gives it this little trippy moving effect from side to side. That's how those artists in those music videos always do that effect, because I always see that effect a lot. So pretty much you just play it, then turn it to like -3, or that's 4, -2 I'll do. Then you turn this again, let it play out a little bit more, turn it to 3, let it play out a little bit more, turn it to -2 again, let it play out a little bit more, and then turn it back to 3 or 2. And then when you play it at the video, it's kind of like shaky, especially if you do this effect when the camera is actually moving. But since I just filmed this of myself, the camera's not moving, it's just static and still. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do the color static effect in After Effects. You can always go in there and add more, maybe add some text on the side, maybe some like matrix numbers in the background. Especially if your camera is moving, you can do some crazy looking effects with this. And it's a super simple effect. And shout out to COM NIRVAN for discovering this effect. I'm pretty sure he's the first person I've seen to use this effect, but I've seen that after that video came out, I kind of seen like other people do the effect. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure. There's probably other people out there who've done it. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do the static rainbow effect. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to check me out on Instagram, you can go ahead and DM me on there if you have any questions. My Instagram is @wormdiet. I don't use TikTok or Twitter or anything like that, so just follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube for more tutorials. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.